Hello, and welcome to my playthrough of Blood Omen 2. But first, based on a suggestion, I'm going to give you a review of what I've thought of the other three games so far. Okay, so the first one obviously being Blood Omen 1. Um, Sets up our story. Um, the graphics for mid 90s was not bad. A whole top down feature was kind of interesting. Um, I was not a fan. I mean, obviously, this was PlayStation 1 at the times, and now the PC version is a lot quicker. But at the time, I was not a fan of the long load times every time you opened a menu or changed screens in the original version. Um, and the combat needed to be adjusted a little bit, in my opinion. The hitboxes were not accurate, I think, because there were some times when you could stand there and swing your sword at an enemy and actually watch the graphic go through the enemy and then nothing. You just stand there forever because it's missing because you're outside the tiny little hitbox. But I mean, overall mid '90s, great game. Love the story. Well, let's just get that out of the way. I love the whole story in general of all five. This is one of my favorite series of all times, and the story is really just keeps me going through these agonizing games at times. Um, Soul Reaver 1, obviously for those who know, it is a was supposed to be a game called Shifter, which they reappropriated and turned it into Soul Reaver. Um, it was not top down this time. Like, you third person, you're following Raziel from behind. The graphics were more that you would expect from a PlayStation game. A little gritty, a little grainy, but you know, it was dark. It was green colored, kind of, but it was good. Um, my major complaint with that game was the camera system. Um, you could be trying to standing up against a wall, trying to realign the camera to where you're looking dead on, straight ahead, but sometimes depending on where you were positioned, it would just start throwing the camera out of whack automatically, and that got really annoying. Um, but overall, it was a fun game. They don't really tell you where to go, and some things did take me a minute, but it was a action adventure puzzle type game, and other than the camera system, I liked it. I thought it was a very interesting concept. Moving on to Soul Reaver 2, which I just finished. Again, love the story. Very, very well written. The oh lord, this one, the dodge mechanics in combat were horrible. You could sit there and dance around an enemy, but the enemy would just be a little bit faster than you, and their weapons were always like 6 feet long. So by the time you're getting this dodge going, they're swinging their thing and they're smacking you around already. Um, you get so used to, like, in movies and games nowadays. This is a whole nother thing. You get used to this thing in games for a while in movies where the hero would be surrounded by a group of enemies, but only one guy would attack at a time. Not in this game. You get surrounded by people, they're all going to start whacking on you. If you watch my playthroughs, I mean, there were times when I was getting ganged up on by several people, and I'm sitting there running, trying to get out of the corner, trying to smack somebody, but it just hit after hit after hit. And then, after you reach the halfway point, you start reaching some of the bigger enemies, the guys that can take off 40% of your health with one hit. Then it gets really bad because you start getting surrounded by two or three of those things. And if they can all start whacking you and throwing you off, man, that's almost instant death in like 3 hits. But then, of course, for those who have played it, they know you just go into the spectral realm, and until you die in there, you're pretty much okay. Um, Oh, and then my last complaint, I guess, would be that um, sometimes I don't know how to put it other than to say like sometimes when you would jump from one ledge to another, and if you would just reach the edge of the ledge, it's like sometimes you could do it, but he would just start sliding. It's like there was no hope. Or if you were walking to look over a ledge, all of a sudden you just slide down because you make a misstep or something, and it seemed like some of the ledges were a little shorter than they looked. Um, but again, great series. I love the story. I've loved it for years, and I finally got my hands on all 5 games. So I'm fixing to start Blood Omen 2 right now, and then after that we'll hit up Defiance, and sadly that will be the end, unless someday somebody finds a magical lamp and has a genie and says, "Hey, I would like the Legacy of Kain series remastered, redone. Just don't change the story, and then give us more." Yeah, but until that happens, sadly, after Defiance is where we leave off. But all right, I'm gonna shut up now because I've been going for 6.5 minutes now, and we'll just get the game going here, and you can join me in the crap fest that is Blood Omen 2, um, which I'll touch on that after I finish the game. And for those of you that are currently wondering what I am doing, yes, I am looking up the code for the Iron Armor and the Soul Reaver for the entire game, because, why not? I guess at some point I was playing this about 5 years ago. No matter, we're starting over. Assisted, yes, please.
From the shards of tattered dreams I rose, unwilling, tossed upon tides of pain that flowed and ebbed and left me searingly awake, and more revoltingly alive. It was then I saw her for the first time.
Good evening. We did not expect you to awaken so soon. Already you surprise us.
My mind was in fragments like shattered glass. Where am I? I don't remember.
Yes. It was said your memory would be affected by your long slumber. That will pass in time. I am Uma, and I am here to help you. Know that your name is Kain, and you were once a power in the land.
I know my name, but my past, I remember fragments only.
That you awoke at all is a miracle. When we found you, there was but the barest thread of life left in you. We nurtured it, fed it, and now you rise and walk again.
And what is this place?
You are in the city of Meridian, capital of the land of Nosgoth, the land you once sought to conquer and rule. Tell me, since you remember your name, do you also remember your nature?
Of course.
Then let me show you the future. You have been asleep for 200 years. In that time, this is what has become of Nosgoth. You were a great general, commanding an army of vampires, but the powers you opposed were too strong for you. You were struck down, your armies defeated, scattered, and destroyed. Everyone believed you to be dead.
Who defeated me?
The Seraphan, an army of fanatical humans sworn to eradicate all vampires from the world. A new leader brought them together, and wielding a new kind of magic, deadly to our kind, was able to destroy your army and kill most of the vampires. You were defeated in mortal combat by this leader, the Seraphan Lord. But that is not the end of the story. Under the guise of protecting the land from the vampire menace, the Seraphan seized control of all of Nosgoth, and their rule is not kind. For 200 years, the Seraphan have enslaved the humans under their iron rule, and hunted down and destroyed every vampire they could find.
They have not succeeded, however.
Not yet. And now, with your help, it is our hope to crush the Seraphan and restore order to the city.
The natural order. Vampires preying upon humans.
Naturally.
You said our hope. Who are you?
We are the Cabal, the vampire resistance. We work to undermine the Seraphan at every turn. But we are losing. With the new magic they employ, the glyph magic, they are able to find us and kill us. Our numbers are dwindling. Without help, we will not survive. We need you, Kain.
Of course you did not bring me back simply out of kindness. There must be a price.
We need you to help the Resistance. Our faces are known. They kill us on sight. But you are ancient history, long since dead and buried. You can go where we cannot. That gives us a small advantage.
How splendid for you. And why do you suppose I would do this? What is to be my reward? Your eternal gratitude.
Have you changed so much? The Seraphan Lord defeated you. Don't you want to kill him? When you have destroyed him, you can continue your ascent to power, restore your army, and rule the land at last. Does the lust for vengeance and power no longer stir you? Are you so dead?
I seem to remember that I played the pawn once before. It ended badly.
This time, you will prevail. We are simply your allies, not your betrayers. What we want from you is open and plain, with no hidden paths. If you succeed, so do we all.
Are you asking me to trust you?
We must trust one another. Together, we can defeat the Seraphan Lord. Once he is dead, his order will collapse, mindless fools that they are. But there are dangers other than the Seraphan which must be overcome.
I care not for any dangers. They will fear me, do you hear? Tell me where to find the Seraphan Lord. I'll have him buried within the hour.
Such arrogance. If it were so easy, we would have done it ourselves, Kain. And you are far too weak to fight him yet. He is protected, too, by other vampires.
Vampires in service to the Seraphan? Are they mad?
They value their lives. While they serve the Seraphan Lord, he lets them live.
I will enjoy destroying them.
You would be lucky to survive one such encounter until you grow stronger. But should you prevail, then you will be able to absorb their veins and thus gain new abilities. To our kind, these are called the Dark Gifts.
I look forward to meeting these traitors to our kind. My senses spun. My body ached. Weakness overcame me.
You have the thirst upon you. Come, vampire. It is time for you to feed.
Yes.
Kain, do not be afraid.
What magic is this?
I am using the Whisper, Kain, a natural ability of vampires. In this way, we can keep in contact even over great distances.
Yes, I remember now. She had been in my thoughts. I almost believed I had called her myself.
Never fear. I cannot read your thoughts, but only speak into your mind and hear you in return. Now, proceed down this street. I shall be waiting.
Okay, so that intro was horribly long and horribly boring. So, yeah. Maybe I was trying to do it backwards.
Stay back.
How do I suck blood?
Here to protect us, that's why.
Why so many?
Welcome to the slums, Kain. We are in the oldest and most decrepit part of the city, where few people dare to come. A perfect place to train you.
Train me? Do you take me for a dog?
Your memory has been shattered, and your body has lain dormant for 200 years. What skills you had must be recovered before you can be of any use to the Cabal. You must learn to fight and to survive.
I thought you were taking me to feed.
Patience, vampire. First, know that you are stronger and faster than mortal men, able to jump higher and farther than any human that ever lived. When your path is blocked, seek for a place to jump. Now, join me up here.
Okay, first off, I'm just going to come out and say it. I mean, I know I was going to wait till the end of the game to give my review. But for those of us who have played this, and for those of you who have watched my other 3 playthroughs, we go from the countryside that we know, with the pillars and the whole game surrounding those very objects, to an industrial monstrosity in some random city that we've never seen or heard of, we'll never ever visit ever again. I never liked whatever this thing is, and the only reason I play this is because it explains a couple parts.
Excellent.
Story.
Know that you also have the ability to float. When you are on a ledge, such as this one, you may land silently and carefully by floating down. This will be important when I train you to kill. Now, follow me.
She would discover I needed little training in how to kill.
Closed off the whole of the lower city?
Stay back.
Next time we do it, we will. No, you have to go say, I want the crispy McDouble or whatever they call it, or I want the land, sea, and air. At this point, every store should know about it. It used to be people could say, yeah, we don't know what that is. Nobody, I've got one person watching this. Oh, well, okay. For those of you who want to know what I'm talking about, we discovered that whole new promotion that McDonald's doing with the land, sea, and air burger, and there's other two. And we decided we're going to purchase all three of them and then try them on our food bill. So that's what that's. Just came through there. Talking too much, we're getting distracted.
This city is a labyrinth.
All the better for a hunting ground. Tell me, Kain, are you hungry?
Yes.
I have a prisoner waiting for you down below. A thug from a local gang of criminals. He sought to murder yet another helpless victim, but he met me instead.
Spare me the moral anecdote and direct.
Drink then. I will be waiting below.
That's why it's touchy. I'm used to using two buttons to move around in games, so yeah, okay. I was using both, moving the camera and turning at the same time.
I see you are restored.
I am.
Blood is your life. Without it, you will die. If you are wounded, seek out blood to restore your vitality. You must know, too, that by drinking the blood of others, you will gradually become stronger and harder to kill. We call this a vampire's lore. The more creatures you drink from, the more lore you will gain, and the greater your health will become. Leave no enemy alive, Kain. You will need their blood and their lore to survive. Now, let us continue.
Basically, yes, kill everybody.
Somebody help me, please! Help! Help me!
I thought I could take those first few people.
While we are superior to humans in many ways, we also have certain weaknesses that they do not possess. Though it is life-giving to humans, water is deadly to vampires. Its touch burns our skin. Immersion in water can kill us. Avoid it at all costs. Also know that scattered throughout Meridian are relics of our ancestors. Useless to humans, only vampires can access these coffers and use the power within. seek these out on your journey.
Stay back.
I spoke before of our mortal enemies, the Seraphan. It is their sworn crusade to destroy all vampires, and for this they have developed special defenses. You see here a ward gate.
What precisely does it do?
Should you so much as touch it, you will be burned as by fire. The Seraphan have raised these wards throughout Meridian. We can go no farther this way. Follow me into the sewer. Your ability to survive will depend upon your ability to fight. It's time for you to learn how to kill. Your first line of defense is your agility. You can dodge around an opponent using your inhuman speed. You can also defend yourself by blocking attacks. I shall now strike at you. Do not be concerned. I shan't use my claws. Block my attacks, and we can proceed to the next lesson. We are all armed with a natural weapon, our claws. Use them to kill your enemies. You can practice by attacking me.
I mean, I don't have claws. I have the Reaver. That's all I need.
If you see an enemy become tired, use this opportunity to grab him. Once grabbed, you can throw him a great distance.
As you witnessed when I threw that lady in the lake earlier.
Excellent. Your lesson is over for the moment. Continue through the sewer, and I shall meet you again shortly. Here you are at last. Through this door lies your first true test. A gang of criminals are encamped ahead, and one of their number stands guard, unaware that his fate approaches. You must kill him, Kain. You have the skill to block and dodge his attacks. Bring him down using your claws. Once you have felled him, drink his blood to restore yourself from any wounds you may receive. I will be watching.
Well, what do we have here?
In addition to our physical superiority, vampires also possess dark gifts. These are our supernatural abilities. Our curse develops differently in each of us, giving us unique powers. Much of your former power, Kain, has been weakened during your long hibernation, but you yet retain a single dark gift. The mist you see here can be used to your advantage. You have the ability to assume a mist form and become nearly invisible. You can move silently to bring down your prey from behind. At times when you are outnumbered, look for mist from which to kill your enemies silently. If you are pursued, you can hide in mist to escape. Now, use this gift to kill those before you in the cemetery. I will let you continue when the deed is done.
Next, come here. Where'd you go?
of sorcery as this?
This is glyph energy, a new form of magic brought into the world with the rise of the Seraphan. It supplies power to all of Meridian. The gate you see can be opened using this energy. Activate the glyph box. This will bring power to the gate's lever and allow you to open it. Well done. The glyphs are operated by the Glyph Rites, a secret society existing within Meridian. You may see them working on glyphs from time to time. They rarely talk with the townsfolk, and very little is known about their origins. Ahead is the market where the common dregs of Meridian engage in their filthy commerce. Beyond the market is the bridge that leads to the lower city. Make your way east to the bridge. I shall meet you there.
And where are you going?
I shall scout ahead to ensure that you don't meet any Seraphan patrols. You aren't ready for them yet.
How trusting of you to leave me to my own devices.
Consider it an act of goodwill.
Stay back!
Come, this way. Follow me.
Where are we going?
I am taking you to Sanctuary, the heart of the Cabal. It is time that you meet our leader.
It was time indeed to hear this so-called leader's plans and learn what he thought his plans might be for me.
Kain, this way.
Vampire! Here, close the gate.
Kain, you must find a way to reach the lower city. The smuggler's tunnel will take you there.
Pestilent vampire, die!
Go to the Grand Hotel in the slums. A contact will meet you there. He will tell you where to go.
Stinking, verminous, blood-sucking fiend!
Do you want your death now? Come, and you shall have it.
Come back!
I was alone at last, in a city changed beyond all recognition, in a land that was under a curse. Should I follow her, as she asked, or go my own way, find my own answers? But answers were promised me in Sanctuary. After that, I would know what to do.
You don't belong around here.
we have here? Someone will teach you a lesson.
What? Well, that should work. Oh, yep, we're good.
I was told to meet someone here.
Who's there? You must be Kain.
You are a human. Curious that you would help one such as I.
We hate the Sarafan, we humans. The things they do, it's not right, not natural. If your kind can bring them down, I'll help you, I will.
I was told to find the smuggler's den.
You're a stone's throw from the entrance. Go through. It will lead you to the smuggler's den. Careful, though. There's rogues down there that'll attack you on sight.
Then they will die.
Wait! Tell Uma that I helped you, please. She promised me the dark gift if I did as she asked. You'll tell her, won't you?
I'm certain Uma will give you all that you deserve.
Greetings, Kain.
You eluded the guards.
They were only human. Welcome to one of the glories of our fair city, the Smuggler's Den. As squalid as you found the slums, you will find this place even more offensive. Rogues and thieves rule the streets, and of course the Seraphan too have their own dealings here. You may expect small help from the inhabitants, and more trouble.
I do not require their hospitality. You spoke of a smuggler's tunnel I must find?
Yes, it is hidden somewhere in this district. I know not where. I have sent word to a member of the Cabal to help you. You will find him at the tavern, deep within this district.
How will I know this person?
He will know you. Find the tavern quickly. We will speak again later.
Take me a look.
Die, fool!
Wanted it to.
I'll call the... Stay back!
Stay back. die.
What do we have here?
Stay back!
I'm gonna cut you to pieces. Did you hear something?
You don't belong around here. Call the guard.
Stay back.
I promise you, I think at this level, I stopped killing him in one hit, so it stops being overpowered.
Please, don't hurt me. Call the guard.
Sir, a moment of your time.
You know me?
I was instructed to look for you, yes, sir. I am a friend of the Cabal, sir. One of many in the city. I am here to assist you.
Then do so by all means.
The smuggler's tunnel you seek is hidden in a cavern underground. The thieves enter by way of the church outside, but there is no entrance there for any but themselves. You, sir, must go beyond the church and find a lift. This will take you underground.
Where precisely is this lift?
in a collapsed section of the district beyond the church. The church remembers her, is forbidden to all but the thieves. The guards there will attack you should they but lay eyes on you.
I will be most careful.
Help! Somebody help me, please! Guards, call the Seraphim! Please.
Somebody help me, please!
lord was correct. You are alive. Do you remember me, Kain, who served you so well?
It was Faustus, one of the legionnaires of my army of vampires. An indifferent soldier, but now a traitor to our race. Faustus, it's true then. I hardly believed it. Vampires have turned against their own kind.
What is our kind? In serving the Seraphim, I have protection, I have power. And who better to hunt down a vampire than a more powerful vampire? History is written by the winners, Kain. That is my kind.
How many of us have been destroyed by the Seraphim? How many have been brought to their deaths by you?
I care not for those destined to die. I don't weep for them, and I won't weep for you.
Look around you, Faustus. Does your victory seem so assured now?
A fleeting setback. Our Lord knows of your presence. He beat you before, and he will bury you now.
But you will never know how it ends, Faustus. For I will bury you first of all.
I have a surprise for you, Kain. What's this? Oh. Come out where I can kill you! I have a surprise for you, Kain. What's this? Oh. That's me.
Well done, Kain. You have already proven your ingenuity in negotiating the smuggler's den. Perhaps our leader was right about you after all.
Ah, yes, the mysterious leader. Perhaps you will tell me now who he is.
I will not name him to you, for secrecy's sake. But it is time that you two meet. You must go to Sanctuary, our headquarters. There you will find our leader.
Go here, go there. What do you take me for? Your errand boy?
You are not a general now, Kain. You are not in a position to demand. Go to Sanctuary and await me there. My orders are to investigate the industrial quarter in the north of the city. I will join you at Sanctuary and bring anything I discover.
I need answers, girl. I want the Sarafan Lord.
So do we all, Kain. But the time must be ripe, and you must be ready.
Do not make the mistake of underestimating me.
I don't. You are our last hope. I will not let you be wasted by premature action.
Where then is this sanctuary?
Nearby is the Red Raven pub. Speak with the tapster. She will tell you what to do.
Why did I obey her? Why did I trust her even for a moment? I had gone my own way, always. But this time...
I was impressed by you today, Kain. Soon, we will work together again and rid this plague from our land.
Okay, I'm gonna end it here. But seriously, for like anybody that has watched or seen the other games, that's 2 levels down. Other than Kain and the Soul Reaver, nothing else exists in any of the other games, and it's just like, where do they come up with this? It's crap. But I'm still gonna finish it. But anyway, thanks for watching.